And it is time to talk money this Monday morning. How are you? Dan Miller with me.
Hey, good morning, Aaron. How are you?
Dan, it's really nice to see you this morning.
Well, thank you. Well, it's great to see you and Melanie and your whole family. And I want to take this opportunity right now and say congratulations to all of you and
Thank you.
Eli and Allie.
Yep, thank you.
The Bales family.
The Bales is absolutely
That's right.
So. Yeah,
Congratulations.
It's one of those big life moments, that's for sure.
Yeah, you bet. No, that's awesome. Like I said, I saw Melanie's pictures on Facebook, and what a beautiful setting.
Yeah.
And it looked like the weather cooperated for you pretty good.
You know what? We were blessed. Beautiful weather. It was in the 70s, sunshine, blue skies.
I didn't get much better than that.
And today it's like they have literally snow in the forecast. And we're like, at this point, we don't care. Let it go. So, yeah, absolutely. So,
oh, that's awesome.
So, and Denise Miller with us as well. Denise, how are you?
You know, it's day by day.
Yeah?
You know, we got a lot going on.
Yes, you do have a lot going on. You do have a lot. How are you, Dan?
I'm doing good. You know, a lot of people might be aware, of course, I had this surgery, the third surgery on my right foot.
Third time's a charm, right?
Third time's a charm.
Yeah.
And
that's what I'm going with.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a lot of hardware in there now, and it's kind of it's a long recovery period. That's the worst part. It's not super painful, but it's a long recovery period, and you can't, I'm non-weight bearing for 10 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah,
of course, me at home. And
he
everything.
said to me I said to him, last night I said to him, I'm just going to tell you this. This is a lot, okay?
Yeah.
I'm your chauffeur.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing all the laundry because he's not doing any laundry. He could fold clothes, but,
I could start
he
doing
could
that.
fold clothes, but he can't. He's not cooking. He's not cleaning. He's not mowing the yard. He's not, And I said, this is a lot. And then you expect me to go into the office and work 9 hours a day? And he goes, is there a problem?
All right, Dan.
Well,
So let's talk money.
this is it. This is it. It's kind of interesting, Aaron. We've been doing this show. I should have talked to James. I can't remember what year he started Let's Talk Money.
Mm-hmm.
James and Jerry would probably remember one of the two of them.
Yeah.
But it would have been 19 something. So in other words, it's been probably almost 30 years that we've been doing Let's Talk Money. And, one of the things, the old saying, what got you here won't get you there. Well, one of the things that we've come to realize over time is that, the things that we do in our firm are about way more than just money. It's about, quality of life. It's about raising people up to be able to, take advantage of the opportunities, and of course, yes, your money, your resources, your investments are a big part of that. We came up with, and I think I came up with it, Sloan, didn't I? Yeah. Came up with building rural wealth. And so from now forward, instead of Let's Talk Money, we're going to building rural wealth with Milestone Financial Group.
Building rural wealth. And it is more than that. It is more than money, right? So it's the holistic approach that you talked about for years now. So
wealth means a lot of things also.
Yes.
Wealth doesn't just mean money. Wealth means time to spend with your family, time to do the things that you want to do. And, of course, we talk about retirement planning a lot. And, a lot of the wealth and value of doing the retirement planning is so that you have that time.
Mm-hmm.
So part of that wealth is really having freedom.
One of the things Dan and I were talking about in one of our many lawn chair chats in the driveway is people spend more time planning a vacation than they do planning for retirement.
Yes.
And I thought about that, and I'm like, that is so true. Because how long will you sit and get down a rabbit hole of, well, we should do this, and we should go here, and we should eat here, but you don't think about what's going to happen down the road when you get to that retirement stage in your life. And that's one of the things we're going to try to talk about is that with this, it's planning. It's just, it's making the things that are important to you important for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I love it. And I like that you've incorporated rural into it because we are a rural community. We're in rural America.
Absolutely.
I like
Thank
that you.
God.
we're blessed to be so. So I like that you've included that in there as well. So
absolutely.
Cool.
Well, Aaron, we have clients all over the country. I think people are aware of that probably.
Yep.
I think at last count, we had clients in 26 states. And, we have a lot of clients in Omaha and Des Moines area and different, areas like that. But, it's kind of funny. There's probably a few exceptions, but not very many. Almost all of our urban clients even have rural ties.
Yep.
It's amazing how many people that we work with over in Omaha that either they have farmland themselves, that's part of their retirement picture, or they have land that they go and share and work on with their grandparents or something, And so, even though we have urban clients, if you're in this part of the country, you have some rural ties. And, again, the other thing about building rural wealth that was important to us is, we see the opportunity that's out here in the rural communities. And oftentimes people overlook the rural communities. Yep. Part of our goal and part of our mission going forward is to really strengthen all of the rural communities and the entities and the people that live and work in those communities.
Yeah. So what can people expect going forward with building rural wealth? Will we note changes to the show? What are we going to talk about?
We might see a few changes. One of the things, as you heard me mention Sloan, Sloan's in here with us
today.
She is.
And
she's recording.
Yes.
And so we are creating a podcast also from Building Rural Wealth. Mm-hmm. So there will be podcast episodes that will be linked to KCSI's podcast page. We're also probably going to try to incorporate some more guests into the show. We want to incorporate, rural business leaders, business people, and other ways that, again, that we can help influence, how can we build up our rural communities?
Right.
I mean, it's still going to be our team coming out, visiting with you, talking about the issues that are important to financial planning and especially in rural areas.
Yeah. You mentioned that you're going to bring some people in. So how can the listeners that are out there be involved? What can they do to reach out?
Well, something that we are doing that's going to be a little different is we're not really going to, take live questions on air and things like that. But if they do want to submit some questions, they can go to our website and there's a info place there, submit some questions or things that they'd like to hear, topics, listen to the show, watch the podcast, get them involved as much as you want. And we feel like, we want to do everything we can to give back, lift up, promote, because, when I hear that term, Aaron, flyover states, I think those people that say that and use those terms like that, they're missing out. Mm-hmm. They have no idea.
Yeah.